There is so much to see in New York City. Its bustling streets are a whirlwind of activity, and there are world-famous sights around every corner. From the iconic landmarks like the Brooklyn Bridge to the city's incredible food scene and the fascinating museums, you could spend months exploring New York City. In this video, we will give you New York City Travel Guide. Number 16. The best time to go. New York is a city that's always celebrating something, and summer is one of the best times to visit. Outdoor concert season is in full swing. Free movies and theatrical performances fill the city's parks. Street vendors are everywhere, and street fairs abound. But subway platforms can get steamy, lines can get long, and temperatures can soar among the city's high-rises. If this sounds like misery, visit between Thanksgiving and the New Year, when temperatures are cooler and department store windows are decked out for the holidays. During this time, Manhattan's 3 major outdoor ice rinks are open, a giant Christmas tree marks Rockefeller Center, and holiday light shows are more elaborate than anything you could ever imagine. Number 15. Things to know. New York is a city made up of 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. Most tourist attractions are in Manhattan, with a few scattered across Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. Driving in Manhattan is unnecessary. The city has an extensive public transit system, making it easy to get just about anywhere by subway, bus, cab, and foot. Uber and Lyft are plentiful, while parking can be both a miserable and expensive experience. Meanwhile, the subway is open 24/7. New York is a city that moves fast. Step aside to look at your phone and remember to stand on the right side of the escalator, so hurried commuters can walk on the left. Times Square characters can be pushy. Tipping is at your discretion. Number 14. Times Square. Times Square is the pulsing heart of the city that never sleeps, but it isn't actually a square. In fact, it looks more like a bow tie and covers an area from West 42nd to West 47th Streets along Broadway and 7th Avenues. This commercial intersection is where the city's world-famous New Year's Eve celebration is held. Hundreds of thousands of people pass through it even on a slow day, and visitors should not be surprised to catch impromptu concerts, yoga classes, and street performances here. No matter when you go to Times Square, it will be packed with people, usually other tourists. There are pedestrian areas where you can sit and hang out, and tons of overpriced restaurants and stores. If you aren't shopping or eating or seeing a show, there isn't much to do in the area, and no New Yorker hangs out there. But it's still a fabulous place to people watch for a few minutes from the top of the red steps of the tickets kiosk. Remember, try to come at night when it's all lit up. That's when it looks the best. Number 13. Theater District. New York's Theater District is home to Broadway, the collection of Midtown Manhattan theaters that comprise one of the world's top live performance hubs. The area between West 40th and West 54th Streets and between 6th and 8th Avenues is where most of the city's Broadway theaters are located. Some offer discount tickets through lotteries, and even walking through the area provides ample opportunity to spot celebrities. Performers often take the time to sign autographs and snap photos with audiences outside of stage doors after shows. For discounted same and next day tickets, check out the tickets booth in Times Square. Number 12. Central Park. Central Park is an 840-acre urban oasis separating the Upper East and Upper West sides of Manhattan. The park draws more than 35 million visitors a year and is one of the most filmed locations in the world. It is home to the Central Park Zoo, the expansive Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir, the John Lennon Tribute Strawberry Fields, and Delacorte Theater, home of Shakespeare in the park. Spend some time soaking in the sun at Sheep Meadow and wandering through the Conservatory Garden, and be sure to check the schedule for special events. Number 11. Empire State Building. This 102-story Art Deco skyscraper is a cultural icon in Midtown Manhattan that's appeared in more than 250 movies and TV shows. The Empire State Building is the second tallest building in New York City and the 45th tallest building in the world. It's an office building with public observation decks offering some of the best views in Manhattan. Tip: splurge for the skip the line tickets, especially during the spring and summer. Number 10. Top of the Rock. Sitting at the top of Rockefeller Center, Top of the Rock is home to 3 of the best observation decks in the city, which offer unobstructed views of Central Park and the towering skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan. Observation decks are located on the 67th, 69th, and 70th floors of the building, which also happens to be the iconic 30 Rock. Number 9. One World Observatory. One World Trade Center's elevators whisk visitors up 102 stories in just 47 seconds, delivering them to an expansive observation deck that offers a bird's-eye view of Lower Manhattan, the Brooklyn Bridge, and the Statue of Liberty. This observatory is located farther south than the Empire State Building and Top of the Rock, making for a completely different way of experiencing New York City from above. Number 8. The Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Met, as it's known to most, is the largest art museum in the U.S. and was the third most visited art museum in the world in 2018. The Met's collection includes more than 2 million pieces spread across 3 Manhattan venues, the largest of which sits on Fifth Avenue and overlooks Central Park. Don't miss the Temple of Dender, an ancient Egyptian temple that dates back to the 1st century BC, or the rooftop. Number 7. American Museum of Natural History. The American Museum of Natural History is the largest natural history museum in the world. The Upper West Side space has 28 interconnected buildings and 45 permanent exhibition halls, as well as a planetarium, library, and the largest collection of dinosaur fossils in the world. If dinosaurs are your thing, plan to spend most of your time in Dinosaur Hall, home to a massive T-Rex made almost entirely of real fossil bones from the museum's collection. Number 6. Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium is the home to the world-famous New York Yankees. The stadium is located in the Bronx and easily accessible by the New York subway. This is an iconic place to catch a baseball game while on vacation. Not traveling in season? Try a tour. Yankee Stadium tours include stops at the on-site New York Yankees Museum and in the 27-time World Series champions' locker room. Some pregame tours during baseball season include opportunities to sit in on batting practice. Number 5. Brooklyn Bridge Evening Skyline Glow. This iconic neo-Gothic bridge connects Manhattan to Brooklyn and offers visitors the chance to walk between boroughs on a piece of literal history. The Brooklyn Bridge was the world's first ever steel wire suspension bridge. It once carried horse-drawn carriages, but now serves as a way for cars, pedestrians, and bikes to cross the East River between Manhattan and Brooklyn. The bridge is also known for its pointed arches and stone towers and offers excellent views of the financial district skyline and Brooklyn. Walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to get an interesting view of the New York skyline and harbor. It's a long walk, but good food and drinks await you on the other side. Stopping to take photos and meandering along the way makes the walk about 40 minutes. I enjoy doing this walk at night when downtown Manhattan is all lit up. Otherwise, come early to beat the crowds. Number 4. Ride the Staten Island Ferry. That 2-hour-long line to see the Statue of Liberty not appealing? Walk a few blocks to the Staten Island Ferry. This free ferry takes you across the harbor and offers a nice view of both the Statue of Liberty and the city skyline. The ride takes about 20 minutes each way. Number 3. Flowers blooming in Washington Square Park in spring. This nearly 10-acre park in Greenwich Village is a hotbed of cultural activity. The park has a gateway reminiscent of the Arc de Triomphe in Paris and has long served as a place to celebrate nonconformity. Expect to find artists, musicians, and other types of performers here every day, and spend some time people-watching around the park's iconic fountain. Number 2. Experience the Prohibition Bars. I love the 1920s. A lot. One of the reasons I love New York City so much is because there are tons of other people here who love the Jazz Age. There are lots of Prohibition-style bars serving classic drinks and hosting live jazz and swing music. While the fancy cocktails they serve may not be cheap, $15 to $20 US, I'm hooked on the atmosphere. Stepping into these bars with the music playing, people dancing, and everyone dressed the part transports me back to an era when things were classy, carefree, and fun. Some of my favorites are the Black Room, Apothique, the Dead Rabbit, and Bathtub Gin. Number 1. Statue of Liberty. Lady Liberty is an icon of freedom that sits in the harbor just off the coast of Manhattan. Visitors can either schedule a visit to the statue in Ellis Island from Battery Park City in Manhattan, or hop on the free Staten Island Ferry to see the Statue of Liberty from the water. Visits to the Statue of Liberty's pedestal and top of her crown require visitors to pass through airport-like security. Tickets to the crown should be booked months in advance. Do let us know in the comments which of these places you would visit. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thanks for watching.